What's good, everybody? It's the Butters Basic Show every Sunday. Got the artist playing in the background by the name of Jamar, Jamar. Follow him on the gram. Got some great people sitting with us today. It's going to be a really interesting conversation. Just so you know, it is the platform for the unknown to get known. Sit back, kick back. It's anger management for the diaspora. It's on and popping, everybody. Please pay close attention. My name is Butter, and you can follow me on the gram at GAZZEBO2Z, so you don't sleep 11210, because I'm a Brooklyn girl all day, every day. I'm gonna introduce my panelists. Johnny Fastlane's in the building.
Peace, y'all. Johnny Fastlane here. You already know. You can find me at Johnny Fastlane on everything. We outside.
We outside. Yo, sitting to the left of him, the best of him. Sincerity Lyrics. You can follow her on the gram. Sincerity, tell everybody who you are.
Hello, beautiful people. I am Sincerity. I am an MC, a poet, a hip-hop ambassador for the State Department, and I'm out here doing my thing.
Do you feel like you cultivate hip-hop with the things that you do?
Yes, I do. I think, to me, it's not just important to be the best that I can be at my craft, but to honor the culture.
Awesome.
To
you
be
stay
a
on
student
code. Do you know
and a
about
teacher of
staying
the
on
culture.
code with that?
Say that again?
Do you know anything about staying on code with that?
On code with that, as in
Yeah.
consistency?
Consistency, cultivation, enthusiasm, and everything else that implores you to
Staying
be a
true
Yeah,
to
part
yourself.
for me, it's important to always be a student of the culture, because
That's
I
true
love the
alchemy.
culture, I respect the culture, and to not only be a student, but always be, I love to teach as well. I feel like I'm a natural teacher, so I actually do host a workshop called Lyrics to Life. Because I
Awesome.
believe in the power of your words. So while hip hop is evolving and it has been converted to so many different lanes in the game, I just, because I love the culture, and because, like I said, I'm a student and a teacher of the culture, Lyrics to Life, the workshop, is something that I'm offering the teens in February of
Fantastic.
Brooklyn.
Is it a nonprofit?
Hey, BK
It is
all
not
day.
a nonprofit, but I received a seed grant, which is a small
Oh.
grant for it to get started. So I'm partnering with Balmier Dance Society to host it in person. Because of COVID, it won't be in person every session, but
It's the
we
seed
will
that's
have
planted.
Yeah, yes. Ooh, I like that.
fact.
Yes. So the seed that's granted is not just the
The
money
seed
I
that's
received
granted
for it,
has
but
been the seed that's planted.
well, we are planting
That's a
seeds
fact.
in Brooklyn, and Brooklyn has always been a special place for hip hop.
I heard a tree grows
Yeah.
in Brooklyn.
Many
Well,
trees
what part
have
of
grown in
Brooklyn are you from?
I've read Bushwick and Bed-Stuy.
Hey.
Essential
Yes.
places for Brooklynites.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. The birth of many of the greatest that have ever been. And so that is, no matter where I go, what country I'm in, it is always pride and joy to represent
And manifest
represent.
destiny.
Yes, that's right.
Yo, sitting to the left of Sincerity is Baja Panty Rojo. He's a comedian. I love your shades today, your darkers.
Thank you.
Talk
Provided
about,
provided by High Life brand.
Okay, that's the brand that you rocking with?
Yes, I'm an ambassador for the brand.
Excuse me.
Ew.
Independent black business, High
All
Life
right.
365.
What do you like about their product?
I love everything about their product.
It represents you to the fullest.
It represents the.
They're kind of tonish, like the way that, like
I like them.
Little
The
cool-
the round
cool
joints.
round joints.
The-
I think I need some of those.
These are called.
That's why he's ambassador.
right.
These are called the emo stoners, because if you look on the very end, you can pack your, pack
Hey.
your
In the
joint
you
in
know
there,
what?
There you
That's
go.
what I need.
Uh-oh.
Man. Listen, everybody, we're going to come into more conversation about who's sitting here with us right now. But in the meantime, I definitely want to highlight this artist by the name of Jamar. This is his song called SHAMAN. Enjoy. Let me know what you think, man. Follow, like, all that, share, and we'll come back and talk a little more about that.
She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much iconic. Just say that word, baby, I'm on it. If this ain't love, then I don't want it. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much iconic. Just say that word, baby, I'm on it. If this ain't love, then I don't. See, I've been looking for a while. One who compliments my style. Then who's fair and most so ill. the bullet drives me wild. She ain't got no time to flex. Way too blessed to be here stressed. Ain't compatible with low vibrations, nothing like the rest. No, I don't know nobody. Nobody. When you get down, just want you to be around. Come close to me, baby. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on you. If this ain't love, then I don't want it. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on you. If this ain't love, then I don't. I just wanna see you smile. Keep my number on the dial. I anticipate and cannot wait until you come around. Cause I just wanna take you home. Set a deal and set it stone. You should never be alone. You with me, with me, with me. I don't know nobody. Nobody. When you get down, just want you to be around. Come close to me, baby. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on you. Just say love, then I don't want it. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on it. Just say love, then I don't want it.
What y'all feel about that right there? How y'all feel about that?
That's the vibe.
It was dope.
It's a whole vibe.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the artist Jamar. You can follow him on the gram at JAMAAR. He was supposed to perform yesterday, but you know, things happen and it's for a reason and a season. And I've realized that because he wasn't able to perform, it was no reason on his part. But what I'm gonna do is put together something that showcases him in totality with all of his music, because he has a huge extensive collection and I think that he needs to be seen by everybody. The Shaman is cute, but when you hear the rest of the fucking catalog, you're gonna be like, oh shit, like where'd y'all find this motherfucker? Where's this? How'd you wait a minute. And so we have to really pay attention to our indies that are substantial.
Yeah.
Let's say that,
I
right?
like that.
Right. Yeah.
Sincerity, what makes you a substantial indie artist? Because you do not just spoken word, but you
Yes.
also do
I
music
spit,
as well.
Yeah, I came from so I guess in some way it's ironic because I started off as a spoken word artist, and shout out to my mentor Tony Blackman. She's the first hip hop ambassador for the State Department. So that's an avenue a lot of artists don't really even know about, you know, being a culture ambassador, hip hop ambassador. And so through her I've traveled to Uganda and then Colombia and
Places that most Negroes don't get to go. It is what it is. Yo, let everybody know. This is the platform for the unknown to get known,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so I address a lot of anger management for the diaspora. And I think it really healthy that
Yeah.
if someone else has been outside of the neighborhood,
yes,
that you talk about the experience that you had where you were.
listen, the what I put in it's funny, that brings me to my bio in Clubhouse. It starts off with my
Oh
bio
my
is
God.
hip hop ambassador. I rap in the streets of New York and the stages of the world. Oftentimes we look at success and we only look up to Jay-Z, right? But we don't look beyond Brooklyn or beyond the US. Now I've done collabs all over the world, and I'm excited. I have more music out in Spanish than in English, but this
I
year,
love the Spanglish that you spit on some of your tracks.
thank you. Yes,
I feel
have-
like you correlate the African with the Spanish.
the
and make it
African
all
and
come
indigenous
together.
is right in my bones. You know what I'm saying? So I am very proud of my roots, and I'm very proud to represent Ecuador because that's where my family is from. There's
Hey.
if you look at
All the foods are the same.
oh
you know?
my God, all the foods, we're from the coast of Ecuador, so there's a lot of seafood and ceviches, and we eat a lot of plantains as well, and all
nothing
that
wrong
good
with a
stuff.
nice
Coconut
plantain, you know.
juice, coconut water, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always proud to represent Ecuador. We don't really hear about Ecuadorian hip hop artist. And so for me, it's about being the bridge between cultures.
Shout out to my guys, Blase Blah. He goes to South America along with other artists and get it popping. That they have a huge cult following for.
Listen,
Espanol.
there's mad
nations.
respect in South America for the
hip
I
hop.
say I'm from New York, and everyone's just tuned in. And the amount of love I received in Colombia, especially, and Uganda, I received so much love. But in
When you went to
Colombia, there was more of a
Uganda,
similarity in cultures.
What was it like when you went to Uganda?
Oh my gosh, so beautiful. I received so much love. And I had just moved back. So this is what happened. I was living in Ecuador, and my mentor, Tony Blackman, she reaches out to me. I had just been in this horrible car accident, and I was in between, am I going to stay in Ecuador or go to the U.S.? And Tony Blackman reaches out to me, and she tells me, we have an opportunity to go to Uganda. So she formed Rhyme Like a Girl, right? And I'm a core member of that collective that's called Rhyme Like a Girl. So then it was her.
What's
Tony,
rhyme like a girl mean? Like,
Rhyme,
when you say that,
you know when people are like, you shoot like a girl, you fight like a girl,
throw like a girl.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like sarcasm, because there is no such thing as like you
Like a girl.
rhyme like a girl.
So like,
I
in other
spit,
words,
son.
You
You
can
know
hold
what
your
I'm saying?
own. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so in essence of
With the
spitting
men, yeah,
with the spitters,
right.
is there such a thing as spitting like a girl?
No, not at all. But that's what draws attention. Like, what are y'all trying to say? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, we be in there, you know, we could be in the ciphers with the men, and we will go hard. Like the men.
Like you did, yesterday. Me and Queen Y put on a fantastic show, and I swear to you, everything that could go wrong would go wrong, but couldn't go any better than it already was,
I love when
was
that
supposed to
happens.
be. And you just have to
'Cause you
know
know
how
your
to,
purpose. Yeah.
yes, your purpose, as well as understanding how to deal with adversity in the face of you want to triumph on something, but the thing is that triumphant doesn't mean just winning. It
Right.
means conquering adversity.
Right. And you
That to
have
me
to
is
fall
a-
down to win. There's no such thing. Listen, I come from street performing to get money.
Tell them where you street perform at.
At Times Square
Oh,
by
that's tough.
by Port Authority. So that's my favorite spot. That's where
And
I make
you
the
go
most
there,
money.
does the city commission you to do that, or is that
Nope.
something that
You
that's
just show up,
That's
right?
something that you're self-propelled to do.
Yes, I'm
How
the
about-
only
how
woman
do-
out there doing
How
this.
does everybody in the world view you in your world, your family and your friends? Like, yo, what the fuck, kid? Yo,
No, my
sincerity
mother, when I
outside
told her I
again?
wanted to do this, because I have been wanting to do it way before I actually stepped out and did it. So when I told my mother, she's like, so you got, and also culturally, it's like, what?
It's
What
like,
are
I bring
doing?
you all the way to Anorte for you
Right.
to
She was
play
like-
games. You
she was
playing
like,
games.
Because she's from Ecuador.
went to
You playing games
Right.
in Anorte?
You got all
Right.
this education.
Look, am I saying
Mind
it
you, I'm
right?
the only person
Wait.
in my family went to college.
Yo, let me tell you, a long time ago, right? I watched
Yeah.
an episode of a show I used to love, a cartoon called Gem.
Mm-hmm.
And Gem one time had an episode where they did something, her and the holograms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know, I don't know, I'm giving away my age. But Gem and the holograms went down to South America.
Okay.
They performed a concert, and there was a kid that wanted to like stow away to go with them back to Anorte. And so
Okay.
I'm like, yo, let me
Aw.
see what the fuck happens to you. He snuck out, and I don't know if he was in a suitcase and
Oh
snuck
my
his
gosh,
monkey ass all the
is
way
that
out
where
to
that reference comes from? That's like,
Listen.
take me in the suitcase with
all I
you.
know is when he got to America and they figured out, like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, I just wanted to come to Anorte. Like, but is that the right saying? Like,
So we don't use al norte in Ecuador so much. That's more. I feel like that's more of a Mexican or South American term.
yeah, so maybe that's
but
where,
I understand what it
maybe
means.
that's where he was. So I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, this kid wanted to come and escape from something that was happening in his homeland. He thought that America was so
or maybe
great.
what was there was just so attractive. Like it was
That's
a
what I'm saying. He
magnet.
That's
thought
what
that
it
he
is.
thought that
Yeah.
America was such a great entity.
America is good at being beautiful and looking good.
Listen,
on
the
TV.
whole American dream is a marketing scheme.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's because you got to be asleep
Capitalism.
to believe
And
it.
thanks for speaking
Capitalism.
up Baja Panty Rojo, because you utilize Spanish, Espanol.
I pick a pani. I know pick a
Sit
pani.
down, Keith Peachy. He, No, I don't do commercial breaks in short timing.
You just come
Everybody
in,
that's
girl. I'm
listening right
learning
now,
that.
listen, it's anger management for the diaspora. And so we're going to have this conversation that's really pertinent to us as a people to have a communal family decision on our own unity. So Baja, Panti,
Dímelo que lo que
Yo,
mi
when you make
gente.
Yo, when he makes the Spanish
Represent,
accent,
represent.
like, he'll do that through his comedy set and then be like, yo, but I'm not Spanish.
I got so mad yesterday. He did that yesterday. I'm over here trying to speak to him in Spanish.
And he's
And
like,
I was
nah.
like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
I'm just light skinned with good hair.
Say
That's
it
all I
again.
got.
Say it again, Peachy. I just turned your mic up.
I'm just light skinned. That's it.
Like,
I'm done.
what's crazy about it is, like, we are so diverse as a
Yes.
people. And we just got to realize that as a people, we are exactly that on a unified front, one group of people. It is unfortunate that some don't see it that way. And the only way for advancement is when we make movements as a people. I'd like to note that this week was revolutionary for me to sit back, sip my sip, and watch Capitol Hill get infiltrated.
Terrorized?
And, yo, I had to watch, and here's my
Use the words
feelings
that
on
it
it, right?
is.
Capitol Hill, where were your guards? Let me turn my fucking Instagram
They were
around
playing
so
golf.
you can see.
They were playing golf with Trump.
Because what I want to do is let everybody know that I was in my bed on quarantine, like you asked me to be, for the nation.
Like you
that
asked
is.
me to
You
be.
asked me to be on quarantine. You told me to stay inside. You said don't go outside just because, for no reason, just only when you have to. And I watched white people have to.
Yeah.
And what white people did when they had to, and I'm not speaking to, our white friends that stayed home too. I'm talking about our white supremacist friends
terrorists.
that came out in domestic terrorism to terrorize the nation. And I said to myself, damn, kid, I'm glad it's not us.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that I said, because I'm like, these guys are the new niggers. You guys are redefining niggerdom to 100%.
The milk has gone sour.
I feel like we need to give a shout out to Tamika Mallory because she said it best.
Word up.
Black
Stand
people,
back and
this is
stand
not
by.
our fight. Mind your business.
Mind your motherfucking
And
business.
Let them
Yeah.
tear that shit up. And it was that one black guy. That
Yes.
In the bubble coat.
guy
Excuse me.
who didn't mind his business.
Can I say something
You
about
thought
that
it was
one
about the
black guy?
stimmy. That's why.
I would like to say something about that one black guy. Where were you when Elijah McClain was getting taken down to the fucking floor, dressed just like you, begging and saying, "Please, I am I'm somebody I don't associate with people. I'm a recluse. Please leave me alone. I just came from the store. Can you please leave?" And then they overdose him with ketamine to drag the rest of his fucking life away. Where were you when these things were going on?
Yeah.
The one black man that you were found in a bubble motherfucking coat,
with the
being-
fitting backwards.
being a representative of everything that you are that's melanated, standing for something that has absolutely nothing to do with you. But the things that has to do with you, you won't stand for. I have a problem with that. I'm not saying you gotta run out for every black situation that happens, but motherfucker, run out for every black situation that fucking happens. You're there for every white situation that's happening to you.
Yeah.
When the white lady got shot to death inside of the Capitol Hill, they did not propaganda it the way that they did with the snuff films and the trauma porn
Of
that they
course.
do
That
to
part.
us whenever something happens to one of us with a police matter. They didn't do that. I dug for it, and I wanted to see how this woman suffered the same as we suffered, and hopefully we can find a commonality.
It wasn't there.
No,
They're
it's
not gonna show that.
They're not gonna. They're not
No,
gonna
it's not-
show it
now
on
it's
a. It's there,
Now.
but
Yeah.
they're not gonna show it to you the way that they do, because they know, and I'll explain it to everybody. On a cellular level, your DNA recognizes when they show you traumatic
Yes.
events, and it shocks your soul.
Yes.
So the seed that you have now, when they come to revelation about the things that you have seen as mother, and a child dying in that way, your DNA relay its message stored for the next generation to come up and feel like, oh my
That's a
God,
fact.
I cannot, what are we doing? So what we got to do, in my viewpoint, and I've been saying this since the top of COVID when I shaved my fucking head off, like, you know what? I
remember that.
I said my ancestors are speaking to me, and I cannot deny the DNA relay that they're providing to me as truth. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna speak to them, and I'm gonna answer what it is that they've called me here for. If it means for the sun to beat down on me a little bit harder, so my melanin is activated a little bit more, so I can process things and the data that's coming to me a little bit more in tune with. Nobody can fool me into thinking it's something different than what it actually is.
Right.
Show me what you have done for us, and I will show you how we can do for you, United States.
You know what the
And
worst,
this is what you see right now.
the worst part of that whole situation, honestly, is that the officer that shot her got suspended the next day.
That's crazy. He
Whereas
was the
when-
only
Mad
one
quick.
doing his
The
job.
next day was put on suspension.
I don't
Whereas
understand. He was the
hold on.
only one doing his
so
job.
Johnny Fastlane, did you see everyone else taking photo ops
Selfies.
with the
Yeah,
and
taking
selfies,
selfies,
taking
and
selfies with the cops.
What the
But
fuck are we
yet
doing
we have
wrong?
to
Can
march.
you imagine?
If I was there,
Can you
we have
imagine
to-
if
I'd
it
have
was
got
us?
shot.
One at a time,
Yeah,
right?
no, we-
Johnny, what's
I'd have
your
got
thoughts
shot.
on it?
If I was there, I would have got shot.
Well, you got the
man.
long beard,
I-
hun. You could fool yourself into thinking it's Led Zeppelin on the scene, or maybe it was ZZ Top. Like, don't shoot this black guy. He's with us.
Nah,
he's ZZ Top.
This is what I think, right? I feel like white people are so used to the system working in their favor that when we did it the
privilege.
right way, right? Stacey Abrams, she had 800,000 people register to vote, and then another 100,000 after the presidential election, right? We did it the right way, and they're so upset that they threw a temper tantrum and went up to the Capitol to do it, right?
tore
Yeah.
shit up.
It's horrible.
Son, but when the president that we have in elect right now at this time says stand back and stand like
Stand back and
when I
stand
looked
by.
at it, I thought about, my father is indoctrinated into US society. He's a resident alien, cool beans, whatever. But at the same time, he's indoctrinated because all the westerns that I grew up watching showed how it was. I thought it was the Native American Indian, the straight-haired ones, were the ones to go ahead and go kill off, because the white man has said, we're here selling, they keep on disrupting this, that, and blah, blah, blah. But who is the real disruption right now? Who is the real disruption right now? Who is acting like a primordial nigger in all of this?
Trump.
While everyone else sits down, and everyone else is sitting back and saying, well, shit, I'm civilized here in this nation. I don't want to call us the savage, but you said to civilize the savage, and now that the civilized are sitting back, everyone's
Right.
looking
But
at you,
everyone's
looking at
quitting.
you behave like a straight up,
Clown.
ignorant ass, clown ass nigga.
What happened to when they start looting, start shooting? Because
Exactly.
Exactly.
I
If
just,
they could get away with that, they're gonna be like, oh,
My thing is
we could
that-
get away with
honestly,
so much more.
I thought
Well,
we
they
were
should
gonna
have
loot.
done it.
I thought we were gonna loot in DC. I was rooting for the loot.
Yeah.
I was rooting for it. I was like,
No, but-
black people, get your reparations.
I got people, an artist that came up with his producer, Cartier Beats. Shout outs to you. I don't know if you guys are lost in Brooklyn or what. You're supposed to be here right now. But
Shout out to them.
yeah, shout outs to them for real. And The One, which is her artist, came through, made it a lovely situation.
Yeah.
I feel like I handpicked some of the best talents that need to be seen right now on the scene. Shout outs to the people that are really hungry
Yeah.
to show their artistry, because you are resonating with the universe right now in bigger ways than you think. We do not need any more kill a nigga music. I'm just saying, we got enough kill a nigga music that could provide a lifetime of entertainment. But what's next up right now is something you, as an artist, you've got to reflect the times.
Yeah.
You got to be a news reporter for what's happening right now. You've got to be somebody that is transcending anything outside of artistry.
But
And-
unfortunately, the consumer doesn't want to hear that.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't
I am
think
the
that's
consumer,
true. I don't
kid.
thi- yeah, I
I
don't
am the
think that's
fucking
true
consumer. What
entirely.
you mean the consumer?
I feel
I
like-
want to hear what is necessary to feed my soul at this time. The conjunction just happened. There's a shift in the atmosphere. The white man thinks that he is going outer space to dominate, and we're going to be here as left lowly earth fucking indentured servitude.
Who, the aliens coming for me too? What you talking about? I'm being
Talk
beat,
about it.
bitch, beat me up.
Elon Musk, he trying to get up out of here.
And I actually, and not for nothing, I've been talking, as long as you've been here, Johnny, I've been talking about Elon Musk. And I actually like his alien ass. I do. But what he's doing is not beneficial at this point in time to any of us. He's only concerned with his own things, just like Bezos.
Yeah.
All right? They're concerned with their own thing. So why are we not more concerned with our own thing? And I'm thankful that you here, Sincerity Lyrics, is creating platforms where your own thing is something that affects your own people.
Yes, and when it's, and my own people is y'all. You know what I'm saying? Is the culture. Is as I mentioned earlier, I'm a bridge between cultures, and it's important, I think, as a Latina, right, in the game.
Are you Afro-Latina? Is there some type of
Afro-Indigenous,
difference?
Afro-Indigenous, because I have indigenous genes more than anything, right? And like many Latin American countries,
what is the difference between
nations,
Afro-Latina and Afro-Indigenous? Is it
I'm
the
just
same?
claiming my indigenous
So
side
you know
as
what
well.
time it is.
Because Ecuador, you know, a lot of people, like many places that have been colonized.
I heard a lot too.
Facts, yeah.
I
Like
heard a
many
lot
places
too
that have been
about Black
colonized.
Abuela in the back room. They people Spanish sometimes tough.
Of course. In my case, it's my grandfather.
Black Abuela.
Shut
In
up.
my case, it's my grandfather.
I'm telling you, this is real talk
But the
because
way she said it,
Well,
black
there's a
and
term. There's
yeah,
a term
because
in
I've
Latin
seen-
America.
listen, even in Mexico,
Yeah.
they tuck Black Abuela into the fucking back
Well, did
rooms
you
like
know-
she don't exist.
Did
Yeah,
you know
she be
that
cooking
slaves
that
that
good food,
escaped,
though.
that were escaping, some went up north, but a lot of them went to Mexico. And when the U.S. trying to get them back, they were like, nope, they Mexican now. So that happened as well, and people don't really talk about it, or maybe not know about it.
Not only did people not talk about Black Abuela, people tend to not talk about the $5 Indian.
That's gonna
I'll
go
leave
over
you
our heads.
gasping on that. It might go over your heads right now, but yo,
And I also want to point out that the
Panty
goal
Rojo is like, me no speak Spanish no more. I no speaking Spanish no more.
He turned black real
I don't
quick.
know nothing about that.
listen,
I just run the bodega. I looking like you.
I did drive it. I drive it a taxi, and that's it.
I'm gonna fuck you up. you
yo, my pops is a taxi driver, son.
I drive it the
Still
Uber.
don't know English.
I drive it the Lyft.
And I put it in my GPS.
I be there in about maybe 5 minutes. You look out for my bang, and that's it.
Yo, you know my pops is a taxi driver. He still don't know English. Like, he been taxi driving for I don't know how many
Son,
years.
if
Since
he
I
knows
was
the
like
streets,
11 years
though.
old.
Yo, people succeed in this country
You don't have.
without
That's the good thing
having-
about
talk about
America
it.
in a sense. Like you could literally come here, speak any language, and they will cater to you.
Yeah, we
Now,
don't
you
make
have-
you learn.
No,
English.
you gotta
Listen,
find your community. That's in
no,
New
no.
York.
So
You
I'm
go
just-
somewhere else.
I'm talking about
Got our
experience.
lands.
I'm talking about
You're not gonna
experience
find
from
your
going into court. When you in court
What?
and you got people in there and the judge is calling up your case number and stuff like that, you have people. Do you need a translator? Yes. Russian translate over here. Up. Spanish translate over here. Up. Indian translate over here. And it's
But
like,
how
are you
unfair would it be, though?
like?
if
But no.
there
What,
wasn't a
but
translator?
what I'm saying is, shit. When we go to other countries, we are forced to learn that language.
But did you think that nobody had to fight for that? For there to be a translator?
I understand that.
Because
but what I'm,
think about the people who are undocumented. Do not use the word illegal, because that is so disrespectful. How are you going to call a human being illegal, first of all?
And we are all world citizens, number
World
one.
citizens.
Technically.
But the way that
Especially in-
the precedence is set, though,
You are here against your.
the way
against
that the
will.
precedence is set is that somehow or the other to convince you into the reality of the paradigm of American dreaming, which is the lullaby which we all sleep under, is that you are worth it here. You're worth it because we own you. You understand? And everybody else who comes here is an immigrant that has no value until they produce.
You know what's the irony in that? There's mad Americans that retire and go to places like Ecuador, that go to places
Yeah.
in South America. They not call immigrants,
Puerto
they call
Rico.
patriots.
Yeah.
What?
But you know what?
my
Let
thing
me-
is, how is anyone an immigrant on stolen
I wanna
land?
go
Though
back
that's my
On
thing.
stolen land, straight up.
I want to go back
Let's hear
to the-
Peaches. I know it's
yeah.
going to be ignorant as fuck.
No,
Go
it's
ahead,
not gonna be
Peachy.
ignorant, but it's
Oh,
something
you're
that
not
I
going to give me a
noticed.
piece of ignorance?
No, well, a little bit. 'cause
I'm
I
so
noticed-
disappointed.
I noticed that I'm gonna go back to the Black Abuela thing, right? Why is it in Spanish culture like you guys like to be like called like negrita, like y'all call people black?
That's a term of endearment.
Right.
It's a term of
and I know it's
endearment.
a term
Blackie, blacks,
Okay,
yeah,
so
all
I
of
know
that.
it's a term of
Listen,
endearment
I don't
for
know
y'all.
if she is the expert to speak on it, but I would love your opinion on that.
I think we gotta always go back to history. Like I said, I'm always a student, so I'm always also willing to learn and
Give me your
take
phone
in
with the music,
information. But there's a difference, here. Sorry, I can't.
Give me your phone with the music too in the meantime
okay.
while you talk that.
All right,
'Cause I
sorry
wanna
guys,
come-
I gotta go. But are you on DTF radio?
Everything will be forwarded to you and everybody that's
Okay.
listening. We're on Anchor, we're on Spreaker, we're on Spotify, I'm on Apple, I'm on a lot of different places where you can
So if
find
y'all want to
this.
follow up with this conversation, go to DTF radio, y'all. I love y'all.
So tell us, what's your viewpoint on negrita? I have a homegirl that says she is Afro-Latina.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, cool. Okay, how about this? My family's from Trinidad and Tobago. Does that make me any less Spanish because I don't speak Spanish, but I'm next to Venezuela? Like, it's all about places, spaces, and time.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, people from the Spanish islands or whatever like that.
I'd rather we say
are not-
Latino just because I just want to correct that. When you say Spanish,
Okay,
you're talking
honestly-
about
Wait,
let
Spain.
her say this.
Honestly,
because
the people
when you
from
say
the Latino
Spanish,
islands are
Wait,
not
wait,
Latino or anything at all.
That's what
they
I'm
just
saying.
niggas and indigenous people
That
that
speak
speak Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Because your land got conquered by
making sure.
Spaniards
Open up the
versus
music.
our land getting conquered by motherfuckers from England. That's it.
And pretty much so, because you know what it is that it's so offensive to a lot of people. Like, even though it's a term of endearment, when Latin people use negrita or blackie or something like that, but it's like, by this point in time now, why has it not changed? Like, why is that still being
because
used?
you know why I think it's still being used because
Hey,
people
how
like
many
people-
niggas in the hood you know named Black?
A lot.
what?
A lot.
I'm just saying, like,
I-
it go with our culture too.
Kodak-
I'm red.
Kodak
I
Black.
never thought about that.
I'm
Gorilla
red,
Black.
and then there's Black.
I do want to speak a little bit about the history because think of here in the U.S. though, it was a little bit different as far as when we were colonized and enslaved. As far as
The we is all of us.
all of us, yes. So here there was that one drop rule. If you were 1/8 African, you were Black.
You a nigga.
So it doesn't matter how light skinned we are. If you got that one drop, you are Black in the U.S. Right?
Facts.
Versus in South America, there was this. Sorry.
It's okay. I know
Yeah,
you
'cause
hear your
you
music
might
coming
have
through.
your hair, but you saw it was like
in
this.
South America,
That's that vibe.
the Spanish would they indoctrinated this term of you have to better the race. So there was a matriarchal society when we talk about indigenous people, right? So indigenous people in matriarchal society, they were the owners of the lands and stuff. So while there was a lot of violence and a lot of tragedy, just like in the U.S., there was Spanish people actually marrying indigenous women.
Let's do this, guys.
Okay.
We're gonna listen to. Excuse my Spanish.
It's called Sin Miedo, No
Sin
Fear.
Miedo, Sincerity, Track Wave 404.
You wasn't supposed to say all of that. That's the way it says on my phone.
So we're gonna go into this track by Sincerity. I hope you enjoy it.
Can I see that real quick?
What? No, I can't pass it over there.
Oh, I
It's too
didn't.
late. Listen, we're gonna talk about it. Let's go into it, okay, everybody?
I gave
It's
you
right
just
now.
the-
Sin Miedo, Sincerity.
Wait. I think I gave you the.
Hoy he decidido vivir sin miedo, sin miedo. 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 La alegría. Ajá.
Let's all ping 5 to 10 friends in here. Yeah, network.
Listen, man. Somebody started talking on the shit. We like, yo, what happened? Like, why he doing that? He trying to ruin the fucking. Listen, I don't know why he trying to ruin what we doing. Like, who is that? And it's what it is. Listen, man. It is the platform for the unknown to get known.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Right? Anger management for the diaspora was what I provide. I want to shout outs to my Clubhouse family. For sure. Because when we go in there, it's all about the love. And I've got extensions all over the world now because of Clubhouse. And that is what I'm thankful
Pull over
for.
that ass too fast.
Well, you say it is very fat, that ass. And everybody everywhere else in the world knows that they love a fat ass everywhere. Ask the Venus Hottentot about her booty on display. And how they were paid tons of money just to stop purveying her booty after her death.
Well, you know, that's the thing that makes me mad sometimes on Clubhouse.
Why you mad? Tell me why you mad, son.
Because
We got a little bit of time,
if you
and I want to promote
if your
Baja.
Abby doesn't have like titties or like an ass in it, you have to really be
Have personality.
to get on stage.
Yes.
'Cause motherfuckers be like, bitch, I mean, you talk some good shit, but goddamn it, can we see a titty in the
But
pic?
that's my thing though. Clubhouse is all about communication and talking. So why does it matter if somebody's ass is, they might not have nothing to say?
Here's what I'd
But
like to
that's
do.
what it is. They never have nothing to say, but they get to the stage.
So here's
Sex
what I'd
sells.
like to do, right? Baja Panty Rojo is one of the upcoming new talents in comedy. I appreciate your presence being here. I want people to know what you bring to the table in comedy and why. Let's do it.
Okay, what I bring to the first off, let me say thank you for having me. About to Blow comedy series. That's what we just came fresh off of.
Oh, man.
It was a great show last night.
It was authentic.
So much fun.
And as far as me, yes, up and coming comedian / actor / writer / podcast host, all of that good stuff.
Everything that you've noticed that you had to put yourself into to make the entity bigger.
Yes. And as far as what I bring to the game, I just bring a different flavor, I feel. My lane that I stick to, as far as my comedy is concerned, are things that everyone who is what I call in a different stage in life, because when you hit your early 30s, you're in a different field because you're not really young in your 20s no more. And you're not really old either. You're not old. So it's just a different space where your body goes through different things. You experience different things. So that's what I try to highlight, within comedy, things that, make us relatable instead of dividing us apart.
Oh, man. And that is the best route to go.
You had me dying when you were talking
Please,
about the
everybody.
kids calling you old.
Yeah, nah, man. I turned 34 in a few days, and when you tell, I used to say to my sister's 6 years older than me. So when I was in my early 20s, and I remember when she hit 30, I was talking all of the shit in the world, and now I'm about to hit 34, and she got her jokes on me.
You're
But
still a baby compared to us here.
Hey.
I mean.
Excuse me, guys.
Funny.
Age ain't nothing but a number. And that's a super fact. But I will say this. If you go anywhere 20 years, your senior, like underneath you, or, whatever, you're a pedophile. Cut that shit out. Don't do that shit.
No. Well, yeah.
Wait,
Yo.
what?
Well, I
Say
mean,
that
it
again?
depends.
Okay, boom. If I'm
you're
30 years
60,
old
then
and
fucking
you
with a
go
40-year-old.
20 years old under me, you're dealing with you're a fucking pedophile. Cut the shit.
So
that
wait,
part,
I'm
yeah, of
30
course.
something. Can I date a 23-year-old or 24-year-old?
Excuse me.
Yes.
If you're because you're
I would
not
say yeah.
you're not 20 years under.
I'm tired. My brain's not working. I was
Yo,
like, wait.
Listen, the show's about to come to a close, right? And I definitely want everybody to introduce where they can be found. Johnny Fastlane, please go ahead.
Make sure y'all follow me at Johnny Fastlane, JONNY Fastlane on everything, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You already know you're gonna see that big ass red beard. It's Johnny without the H.
We got the Red Brothers in the house.
yeah, Buddy ain't tell me that I was just coming to a family reunion. You know what I'm saying? My dude, what up?
Sincerity, please tell them where they can find you.
Yes, Sincerity Lyrics or Sincerity Garcia. So I'm gonna spell that out for y'all because a lot of people don't know how to spell, New York City public education.
Let's go.
But SINCERITYLYRICS. Sincerity Lyrics.
Oh, Tina Bugatti's
And she
watching.
got it on the
And I
hat.
do got my Sincerity dad cap on. For
Hey,
sale,
that's
you could go
fire.
to sinceritygarcia.com to cop yours.
That's what's up, Peachy.
hear
Where
that.
can they find you?
I am Peachy. Peach. IESUZE, because Butter coined it, and this is the only show I use that on.
Oh man,
Anyway,
you use
catch
it
me
on
that.
yours too.
No, I spell my name out on mine.
Oh, nah,
Catch
nah.
me 12 to 1, DTF Radio Sundays brunch. Boop boop.
Ow. Kahit
Use
Baja Panty Rojo.
And yes, comedian Red Carson. You can find me on everything at Baja Panti Rojo. That's BAJAPANTIROJO. And as far as what the lady Sincerity was saying over here, as far as people not knowing how to spell, yes, the fucked up part is, you ever realize that people that you went to school with, you see them on social media and they can't spell worth a fuck. You're like, we were in the same classes together.
Word.
How?
What the? How did it fail you? Like,
They
You know,
wasn't
to get
paying
people-
attention.
because listen, Capitol and Capitol Hill was fucking people up the other day.
Okay.
I'm like, y'all motherfuckers can't spell for
Wait, I
shit.
have a
Sometimes I
question.
understand.
No,
Yes,
I don't have
sir.
time. I don't have time. I don't. It's almost.
Okay,
Look,
just
what's
red
going on,
panties.
right?
Why'd you need red panties?
Baja Panti, that stands for panty dropper.
Oh, okay. You
Red
drop-
is just my color.
She jumped with
All
that
right.
one.
So with that being said, everybody, I want to close the show out with a revelation that I came to by writing this thing called Free Time. And you tell me if you like what I had to say. You can comment on it. I definitely want everybody to feel what I'm saying. Okay. So it's called Free Time. I've got free time, so I've got to use it the right way. 365 days of free time to create. Work on it now, like a slave. With a blessing, I give space. A dream completed is to give back for my free. I'm centered and I'm ready to be here. I have arrived to feel the God inside. Pervasive illusion to a human. I had to factor in the unimportant factor that is. What is real time? Stakeholder of maximization. I am that until you enter the equation. Managing your rushes on me. Why? When all time is free, you cost me a lot. While I work at abundance and I look at abundance, I've still got time for free. I'm just finding the best time for it. So I step out of time to ask, do you know what time it is? To some, time is money. It is actually indeed now. It seems real. So I'm motivated to find time for peace. Yet I digress to digest the download, to receive. There's a balance. I'm constantly looking at the clock, pressured under others' need for me. I need this free time. I'm finding ways to trick time to get it on the sly. Time is a measure of space, but it's also my bitch. I use it. Time can't use me. She is the one that's free. So I'm at the bank, feasting with the intentions of the now. Time gives me its presence and its presence. Divine time it's evident today in real free time. Time exists. And so I want to close the show out by letting everybody know this is a platform for the unknown to get
Yes,
known.
time is everything.
Right? And since it's the platform for the unknown to get known, I want everybody to understand that we are anger management for the diaspora, and having these conversations is crucial for us as a people to correlate with each other, because the DNA relay, that's some real shit.
It is.
We're going to give each other more than just what we see on the TV with the trauma porn. We're going to have some therapy with each other about why we're here and how we're going to make each other's legacy be as real as the next. Thank you for tuning in. It's the Butters Basics show every Sunday. Fun day. I ain't even going to tell you a time frame no more because I'll be exceeding that shit. Yo, it's Butter. Nice to meet you. Hope you come back again next week. We're the platform for the unknown to get known. Shout outs to Kim doing exercises and yoga in the back as she listening. That's the associate producer. Follow her at Quit While You're Ahead with the UR in the center. Peace, everybody. Have a great day.
Toodles.